There was only one occupant at that moment, obviously the young English lady referred to by the conductor. She was tall, slim, and dark, perhaps 28 years of age. There was a kind of coefficiency in the way she was eating her breakfast and in the way she called to the attendant to bring her more coffee, which bespoke a knowledge of the world and of traveling. She wore a dark-colored traveling dress of something material eminently suitable for the heated atmosphere of the train. Monsieur Accioparo, having nothing better to do, amused himself by studying her without appearing to do so. She was, he judged, the kind of young woman who could take care of herself with perfect ease wherever she went. She had poise and efficiency. He rather liked the severe regularity of her features and the delicate palette of her skin. He liked the burnished black head with its neat wave of hair, and her eyes cool, impersonal, and gray. But she was, he decided, just a little too efficient to be what he called jolly femme. Presently, another person entered the restaurant car. This was a tall man of between 14 and 50. Lean of figure, brown of skin, with hair slightly grizzled around the temples. "The colonel from India," said Poirot to himself. The newcomer gave a little bow to the girl. "Morning, Miss Depham." "Good morning, Colonel Arbuthnot." The colonel was standing with a hand on the chair opposite her. "Any objection?" he asked. "Of course not. Sit down." "Well, you know, breakfast isn't always a chatty meal." "I should hope not, but I don't bite." The colonel sat down. "Boy," he called in peremptory fashion. He gave an order for eggs and coffee. His eye rested for a moment on Accioparo, but they passed on indifferently. Poirot, reading the English mind correctly, knew that he had said to himself, "Only some damn foreigner." True to their nationality, the two English people were not chatty. They exchanged a few brief remarks. And presently the girl rose and went back to her compartment. At lunchtime, the other two again shared the table, and again they both completely ignored the third passenger. Their conversation was more animated than at breakfast. Colonel Arbuthnot talked of the bonjour and occasionally asked the girl a few questions about the dog when it became clear that he had been in a post as governess. In the course of conversation, they discovered some mutual friend, which had the immediate effect of making them more friendly and less stiff. They discussed old Tommy, somebody, and Jerry, someone else. The colonel inquired whether she was going straight through to England or whether she was stopping in Istanbul. "No, I'm going straight on." "Isn't that rather a pity?" "I came out this way 2 years ago and spent 3 days in Istanbul then." "Oh, I see. Well, I may say I'm very glad you are going right through, because I am." He made a kind of clumsy little bow, flushing a little as he did so. "He is susceptible, our colonel," thought Accioparo to himself with some amusement. "The train, it is as dangerous as a sea voyage." Miss Depham said evenly that would be very nice. Her manner was slightly repressive. The colonel, Accioparo noticed, accompanied her back to her compartment. Later, they passed through the magnificent scenery of the Taurus. As they looked down toward the Cilician Gate, standing in the corridor side by side, a sigh came suddenly from the girl. Poirot was standing near them and heard her murmur, "It's so beautiful. I wish, yes, I wish I could enjoy it." Arbuthnot did not answer. The square line of his jaw seemed a little sterner and grimmer. "I wish to heaven you were out of all this," he said. "Hush, please hush."